Hello, and welcome to the RepairSolutionsPRO how-to video series. My name is Steve Caruso, and in this video, we're going to walk you through a full diagnostic and repair process for DTC P0128 coolant thermostat, coolant temperature below thermostat regulating temperature on a 2017 Jeep Grand Cherokee. Let's get started. Before we get started, always begin with a complete inspection of the vehicle. Gather as much background information as possible. Some key details that you want to look for is: when did the issue start? What symptoms did the drivers notice? Were there any prior repairs? While driving the vehicle, what was the failure or conditions like? Any warning lights, unusual smells or noises that occurred during the failure? Once you've gathered that information, go ahead and start your initial inspection by checking for any obvious mechanical issues. Check for obvious cooling system concerns such as leaks, swelling hoses, and modifications. Next, check the coolant level. If it's low, find the leak. It is important to inspect the radiator cap, check the flow within the radiator, and identify any obstructions that may hinder coolant circulation. For additional information, consult the service manual or relevant technical service bulletin. After the visual inspection is done, connect your scan tool to the DLC and turn the key to the on position, engine off. Use the tool to retrieve diagnostic trouble codes and freeze frame data. In this case, we're dealing with DTC P0128 thermostat rationality. This means a thermostat is considered malfunctioning when the coolant temperature does not reach the minimum level required to enable other diagnostic tests, or when it fails to warm up to within 20 degrees Fahrenheit, 11 degrees Celsius of its regulating temperature. Look at the freeze frame data to understand the engine conditions when the code was stored, such as ambient temperature, engine coolant temperature, load, and RPM. These details help recreate the conditions that triggered the fault. Next, review the vehicle's service and maintenance history. This includes any work that's been done recently, like engine mechanical or cooling system repairs. When diagnosing a P0128, it's important to also consider what might have caused the cooling system to run cooler than specified. Look for any of the following: faulty ECT sensor, faulty thermostat, low coolant level. By combining the scan tool results, freeze frame data, repair history, root causes, you'll have a better understanding of the failure. Next, we'll run a few tests to figure out exactly what's causing this code. One, we'll check the ECT sensor first. After the car's been sitting for at least 4 hours, go into live data on your scan tool and compare the engine coolant temperature and intake air temperature readings. They should match and be close to the outside temperature. 2, now let's test the thermostat. Allow the engine to cool until the coolant temperature is 150 degrees Fahrenheit or cooler before continuing. Turn the ignition on and start the engine. Observe the engine coolant temperature, ECT value on the scan tool, and confirm the ECT value rises steadily. When the coolant temperature stabilizes temporarily or shows a slight decrease, take note of the temperature at which this occurs. The value should be between 180 to 195 degrees Fahrenheit, which is between 82 to 91 degrees Celsius. If the value is not within this range, replace the thermostat as per the instructions provided in the service information. Perform the repair validation. Now that the thermostat's been confirmed faulty, follow these removal and installation steps carefully. Don't forget, wear your gloves and your safety goggles. Now we will replace the thermostat. 1. Remove the engine cover. 2. Remove the air cleaner assembly. 3. Draining the cooling system following these steps. Raise the vehicle. Remove the front skid plate if equipped. Attach the hose to the drain plug and put the other end into a clean container. Open the drain plug and drain coolant from the radiator. This will empty the coolant reservoir and overflow tank. When the tank is empty, remove the radiator cap and continue draining the cooling system. 4. Disconnect the engine coolant temperature sensor harness connector. 5. Remove the coolant bypass hose from the thermostat housing. 6. Remove the vacuum pump to allow for more space for the hose removal. 7. Remove the upper radiator hose from the thermostat housing. 8. Remove the 3 bolts and the thermostat housing. 9. Verify the thermostat gasket came off with the housing. Now install the new thermostat. 1. Before installation, clean the mating surfaces on the thermostat housing and the thermostat mounting surface. 2. Install the new thermostat housing and hand tighten the bolts. Then, use a torque wrench to tighten them to the specified torque of 11 Newton meters or 8 foot-pounds. 3. Install the upper radiator hose and coolant hose onto the thermostat housing. 4. Install the vacuum pump. 5. Connect the engine coolant temperature sensor wiring harness connector. 6. Install the air cleaner assembly. 7. Fill the cooling system and make sure to purge any air from the system. 8. Reinstall the engine cover. 9. Raise the vehicle and install the front skid plate. 10. Lower the vehicle to complete the installation process. Once the thermostat has been replaced, it's time to confirm that the cooling system has no leaks and the thermostat fixed the concern. Follow these steps. 1. Clear the diagnostic trouble codes, freeze frame, and IM readiness data stored in the vehicle's computer using your scan tool. 2. Review the trip cycle for the appropriate monitors. With the vehicle in the key-on engine running position, ensure the monitor icon is showing green or gray, which means enabled. You can now follow trip cycle in the tool or the OBD2 drive cycle as outlined in your service manual or emissions guide. This ensures the system rechecks the thermostat's performance. 3. After completing the trip or drive cycle, use the scan tool to check for IM readiness monitor status, pending or confirmed DTCs. If there are no codes present and IM readiness status is green, then the repair is complete. This concludes the full repair and diagnostic process for P0128 on a 2017 Jeep Grand Cherokee 3.6-liter engine. Thanks for watching, and for more information, visit pro.repairsolutions.com. See you soon.